We're rolling. I just messed with my hair in the bathroom for a bit because it looked crazy. I need another haircut. I'm gonna get one maybe the week after next week. But anyways, my gosh. Wow. I'm flabbergasted by this past week because once again, it was a lot. I was so excited to talk to you guys. I was considering filming yesterday and just posting it right then and there. I didn't because I was like, no, it's kind of a Sunday thing, or at least that's how it's been, and I don't want to change that. But I have some tea here today. I'm gonna get my coffee later because I just don't want coffee right now. But this is poricha. That's what this is what we call it in Korean, I guess. But I think it's like corn tea or like, I don't know how it's made, but that. Anyways, or barley tea, I don't know. But I just like, I'm feeling really tame right now, and I'm so excited because it's November, and I actually have a really good feeling about this month because I feel like every November is always a disaster for me because it's my birthday month, and my birthday never ends well, it never goes well. It just doesn't. I don't know what it is, but I swear every time it's been my birthday, something ruins it. But this year, I'm gonna make an effort. I'm gonna make it different, you guys. My birthday's on the 18th. And by the way, someone was wishing me happy birthday. They texted it to me. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I wanted to respond on here just because I felt like I could actually more meaningfully express to you how much I appreciated that. But yeah, I really appreciate that you guys remember these little things. But anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday because I am gonna be 21. I'm not gonna do anything just because I don't really think I would ever like drinking, and also because alcoholism runs in the family. But I do want to do something special. I might take myself to Six Flags. I was also thinking about going to Vegas because then I would be able to use the slot machine or something, which would be really fun, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I was considering also just locking myself in my room and hiding for the whole day, which would be just as fun. But, I'll figure it out as I get closer. And my roommate moved out officially, so I'm in the house alone for now until somebody else rents a room out. And I gotta say, I was really emotional when she left. I cried when she left. She didn't know that because, I was. Anyways, I'm really excited for a few things. One, I got the fridge, so now I have a full-size fridge, and I want to really get into baking or cooking as the holidays approach. And I'm just really thrilled in general because now I don't have to go to the garage to go get stuff and then go back to put stuff up. And I just started using the garage yesterday, so now my car is in the garage, which I'm really excited about because I don't know, I wish this would have happened earlier, in the summer, but I'm grateful it happened at all. My car's not sitting out there getting gross and dirty and whatnot. But anyways, I do feel as if though there's a lot of good changes that have come from this negative change. I don't think it's a negative change because I'm really happy for my roommate because it's obvious that she wasn't happy here, and it's obvious that she was being restricted. So I'm just like really happy for her, and I hope that you guys will send your good vibes to her and your prayers, blessings, affirmations, whatever it may be to her because she's starting a new chapter of her life. And I'm so grateful for her because I feel like she's taught me a lot of things about boundaries, communication, and what self love is, at least to a degree. But yeah, I feel like that was the biggest highlight of last week and why it was so emotional. But I don't know, you guys. I just like, it kind of dawned on me how much my life has changed and how I approach my relationships have really changed ever since I met her. Because it was just like, how do I describe it? it feels like I do see that I take on the vibes of whoever I live with, or whoever I live with really dictates my behaviors and my feelings and stuff like that. And I feel like everyone is like that, I don't think that anyone would particularly thrive in a household full of bad people. But I feel as if though, because last week I was telling you guys about how, excuse me, I don't know why I keep burping. I had cereal. But last week I told you guys about that little rundown I had with my friends. And I'm honestly still kind of agitated by that, or I'm still a little bit irritated by it. But also, I'm kind of letting it go because I feel like my life has gotten a lot better since I kind of distanced myself from them. I don't know what it was, you guys, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if I told them any of this, it would like make them look at me sideways or like I was crazy. But I know what I know. But it seemed as if though every time I told them good news, that good news would deflate. I don't know. I just feel like every time I told them something or I announced something to them in regards to my life, and it was a celebration kind of vibe, it felt as if though a damper got put on it. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if it was a psychological thing, but it just felt like every time I told everybody something, the whole group, it's as if though that thing would no longer be good or it would get ruined. Like I remember this one time I was talking to this person and we were, getting down, and I told them about it, and then literally just like a light switch went off and it ended. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it was a lot of coincidences. And just overall, I was talking about it to my other friend and I ranted to her about it because I really didn't feel like my feelings weren't being considered at all in the situation at all. And I just want to say this is regardless of whether or not I was in the right or the wrong. Because I was acknowledging everyone else's feelings. I was doing that in whatever way I could. I'm always acknowledging other people's feelings. And the fact that they were all, I think it really hurts that this was something that they seemingly kind of knew, but they didn't. Because when we were hanging out together, I could tell the vibes were off. I'm not dumb. And I could tell that they were kind of, how do I say? They were just making me feel alienated. And I'm still just really mad about how they all treated me during that whole thing. Because it's just, what I said was literally what everyone else was thinking. So I'm just like, y'all backed away because I said what we were all thinking, okay? And I just don't agree with that. I was like, every time this would happen, somebody would talk about it, somebody would complain about it behind the scenes. And I'm like, I'm done doing that. I'm done talking about someone behind their back. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care who tunes in. Because it's just like, I don't know. I would rather somebody call me out in a group chat than talk smack about me behind my back. And I just feel like that's the logic I'm going by because I really am done playing games. But I don't know. I know they're all still kind of upset with me. I know they're all kind of mad at me. But honestly, it's just, I did what I did. I tried apologizing for what I thought was wrong. Not much more I can do. And yeah. I don't know. I know that if any of them heard any of that, they would be very upset. But it's just kind of like, I feel like what I told you guys, I've already told them. But not my vibe. But aside from that, so I wanted to kind of connect that to my roommate because I feel like she's taught me a lot about that. I feel like that's very much something she would do, and or at least to some degree. And I remember I told her about it right before she moved, and she was like, see, you can't do it in a group chat because no matter how many people you think you're speaking for, you're gonna have a lot of people just, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what they did. And I guess that's what kind of made me realize that I was literally saying what we were all thinking. But yeah. I feel like I had a lot more to talk about. Oh, this is another thing that I really wanted to mention to you guys. Hold on, let me see how this tastes. Tastes fabulous. But so yesterday was it yesterday? No, the day before. The day before, oh my gosh, I'm losing it. I was with my friends, loved them to death. And you guys, so we were walking to the car, right? And this girl pulled up and she starts walking up the driveway. She was most definitely there to see my friend's brother. I was shocked. I was literally that's why I said I was flabbergasted. Okay, I'm in awe, you know. I cannot believe this is happening, you know. And truth be told, it kind of made me feel weird because so okay, this is my thought process with it. So basically, I was just we were sitting in the car and my friend's been talking to this person and and she's been getting down, and she's like high key getting into a relationship, and it was happening right before our eyes, and then my other friend, while her situation is not very ideal, she still has somebody that she really likes, she still has somebody that she really misses and wants to be with, and it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I don't have that right now, Usually I would miss an ex or something, but truthfully, I really don't. I don't miss any of my exes. They all suck, and I don't want to be with them ever again. But I honestly felt like I was just really left out. I felt really left out. And not that I'm not saying that in a way that I'm blaming them, but it's more so that I just felt like there was this huge difference between us because I was not involved with somebody, You could say it was FOMO, but I don't know. It kind of made me feel some sort of way because I'm kind of realizing the irony of this era of my life because last year around this time I really wanted friends and I really wanted to talk to people and connect with them. But this year, now that I'm doing that, comes the responsibilities of relating to people, of feeling different, of having moments where you are not just like them, It's just, I feel like this is one of those growing pains that I've been experiencing in regards to meeting people and relating to them and connecting to them, is facing situations where we are going through completely different scenarios, one more theoretically better than the other, in the sense that, it may seem more ideal to be dealing with somebody, to be in a situationship or a relationship, But I feel like that's a subjective thing. I don't know. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is that combined with seeing my friend's brother with somebody, it kind of hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. And it was just kind of one of those things where I was like, ooh, good thing I wasn't getting too invested because that would have sucked. I would have been like, girl, this this is this is dumb, okay? This is dumb. But yeah, and they kind of down talk their brother or her brother, or they kind of talk smack about him because he's like gross or something, but it's just like I don't know, you guys. I guess I feel like my love life right now is very much sparse, and I don't know, because I don't like when people. My friend just texted me. I'll finish filming this first. But anyways, I'm just like, it really bothered me because I don't I'm not mad at myself for wanting a relationship right now, or I'm not mad at myself for wanting to connect, because it's just science. You know, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is science. It's getting cold out there, and I know my monkey body, the monkey part of my brain is cold. You need to reproduce. You need to not be alone so you can survive winter, you know? And I just feel like every species does that, you know, when it gets cold, or, you know, all these creatures, all these, you know, organisms have a mating season and whatnot, you know. So I'm not particularly mad at myself, and I feel like it's just one less burden that I'm taking up off of myself, in the sense that I'm no longer beating myself up for wanting to be in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with, you know, not liking being alone. I don't like being alone. That's just tea, you know? But at the same time, my logic as of late has been with, I'd rather be alone than be with a terrible human being, but I'd also rather be with somebody amazing than be alone. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just kind of my logic right now and what I'm going with, because I do understand that I am in the midst of coming out of a huge hiatus, just in terms of how I approach relationships, because I know, and just even outside of that, I feel like I'm going through a lot of transformations in my relationships, as we can see here based on what I've just told you. But yeah, I don't know. I really am hoping to meet somebody, you know. I'm kind of disappointed because we had a Mercury Kazemi last month, and supposedly Sagittarius risings are supposed to meet somebody because, you know, Mercury rules my seventh house of relationships, but ain't nothing even happened. So I was like, whatever, girl. But I think I made new friends, but, you know, it was like, whatever, like, thanks. Not to be like ungrateful or nothing, but, you know, I'm just like, I was asking for something else. But I'm not gonna complain about what I did receive though. But I don't know, you guys. We have a full moon in Gemini at the end of this month, the 27th. And I'm kind of thrilled about it because, you know, that's also my seventh house of relationships, and I feel like a truth is going to be revealed. I feel like something that I really need to know in regards to my love life will be revealed, and I'm low-key wondering if it'll be a confession. Just at the what? Just at the what? But yeah, the astrology this month looks a little bit wild, but when does it not? Um, Anyways, I feel like I had more to say to you guys. I don't know. I feel like last week was a huge blur because, oh, and last week was Halloween, huh? I literally need to tell you guys about that. So, last week, would this week be whatever, Halloween would happened. Halloween happened, okay, guys. Anyways, so on Halloween, I went with my friends. You guys, I have some boiling hot tea to spill, okay? And I need you guys to, don't tell anyone, okay? But this is just, it isn't even tea. It's more of, these are just my thoughts and insights. So on Halloween, I was going out with my friends, the two friends I'm always going out with. You know, we just out here. And so one of them got invited to this Halloween party, and it was a pretty tame party actually. It was just like a cute little, you know, it was kind of sleepover vibes without the sleepover part. But we came over and everyone was there. It was super cute, and I met a lot of people. It was kind of interesting though because most of the people were younger than me, so I was just kind of like, but my other friend is older than me, so it's just like, I feel like we were kind of in the same spot, but also I feel like that's not a big deal. I swapped Instagrams with pretty much all of them. They're all super cool people, and it felt so good to be around people. I feel like that was what the Mercury Kazemi was about, but I was just really thrilled. I wore a fairy costume, so my roommate had put these fairy wings on me. I don't have them there in the closet, but and then I bought a little halo, and I had a wand, and I was just being a fairy because I needed a costume, and she literally just gave me one, so I was like, you know. But I went to the party and I met a bunch of new people. I really don't have much to say about it, but I do have some things to say about some of the people there, and it's nothing bad by any means. I love them all. There was a lot of Geminis. I was actually really shook because I feel like I never run into Geminis, or I feel like it's just, I don't know. I really like Geminis, but they're always on the move, or they're alarmingly bashful. I don't know. I feel like Geminis are just, you kind of have to, they read the room, and no one really talks about that. But yeah, they were all super sweet, and I was talking to my friend's brother, and the sexual tension between us was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Maybe it wasn't even that kind of tension, but I could tell that we wanted to keep talking, okay? That's all I will say. I'm not saying that we were trying to get married. I'm not saying that we were trying to have kids together. I'm just saying that it was very obvious that we were very drawn to each other, okay? That is all I have to say about that, okay? I even asked my friend about it, and she was like, yeah, I could kind of tell. And I was like, I swear I'm not crazy. You know, I'm not crazy. That was wild. And then I was... Okay, this is the part that I wanted to kind of gossip to you guys about. So, my friend has this other friend, and this is like completely different. You know, it still has to do with the same two friends, but one of them, she has this one friend, and I really don't like the way he treats her. And I feel like the way that I'm about to tell this story makes it seem like I don't like him or that he's a bad person. I don't think those things. I think he's a great person. I think he's a charming individual. And it's clear that he just acts like a child. But the way that he treats my friend is horrific. I cannot stand it. It irritates me because I feel like my friend tolerates already so much as is. And the fact that it seems as if though she has like a child for a friend or like a little sibling, I'm like, that is so agitating. But, and I don't like the way he treats any of them for the matter, actually. I don't like the way he treats his girlfriend. I don't like the way he treats his other friend. I don't like the way how he treats anyone for the matter. Because he just kind of has this vibe of kind of, if it's not his way, then he'll throw a tantrum about it until it is his way. And I don't like that because it's clear that the people around him are very, you know, not sacrificing, but, you know, very much, they go out of their way to make others happy. You know, they're such kind people. Seriously, like my friend, you know, the one that I'm mostly talking about, she is seriously one of the best people I've ever met. She's so chill. She's so charming. She's really pretty. I love her so much. And I honestly feel really honored that I'm her friend because the way that she talks to me, it's very obvious that she does trust me and consider me a close friend. And I'm just like, I really am so grateful for that because she's just such an amazing person. And I can tell that her presence is coveted in so many different places, you know? And it's just like the fact that she chooses to talk to me, you know, that's just like, that's very much an honor to me. But this friend that she has, so we were all at the party. Literally every single one of us were at the party. All of us, you know, all of us were at the party. I'm talking all of us. And this one person, the one that I'm talking about, he was, I, he was just mad. He was, and my friend was like, yeah, like he's just gonna throw a tantrum, you know. He's just like, I'll probably show up to his place later on, you know. And I'm like, why? Listen, I understand not liking new people either. I understand all of that. I can be, I used to be really introverted person, which is pretty interesting. I'll get into that in a second. But, you know, I understand not wanting like to be around new people. But I just don't like how it seems as if though, and this is kind of the thing that we were dealing with that person in well, yeah, it was in Discord, but you know, just like that friend group, you know, the one that I called out in the group chat, just a sense of like being very unwilling to meet new people and being very unwilling to be around, you know, and meeting people. And I feel like there's a certain point where it's like that is a boundary and I will respect it, but there is also a certain point where it is a hindrance to both yourself and the people around you. And it's just, I don't know, because we were all there, you know, and it's not even like you had to be directly involved, you know. You could have literally just stayed with your friends in the corner, you know, and just hung out with them. But no, like instead everyone there was inconvenienced. Some people wanted to see you and they couldn't because you weren't there and you didn't want to be there. And so my friend, after the party, it was like almost midnight, and she still pulled up to his place because he wanted to see her, but he wasn't willing to show up to the party, you know? And I remember it just like, do you get what I'm saying? Isn't that just so annoying? I hate how everyone in that group is always having to do whatever he wants, because it's just I find that to be very restricting. I don't like being around people that make me feel like I have to be tied down, or people who guilt trip me like that, or people who manipulate me like that. And I remember one time, oh my gosh. So we went to Halloween Horror Nights in the beginning of October. We went on the 5th. And I think I told you guys about this, but I kind of want to reiterate to, you know, really show. So basically, I remember a week before we were going, I was hanging out with her one night, and he called her and he was like guilt tripping her. He was like, "Why don't you go here with us? Like, oh, you can spend all that money on Halloween Horror Nights, but you can't just spend a few bucks here with us." And I was sitting right there, and that just personally made me feel really disrespected, because I'm just like, first of all, don't even act like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was like kind of like passive aggressive, you know? And I don't think it was directed towards me, but that's just how I took it. And it's just kind of like another thing is like, don't telling other people and commenting on other people and how they spend their money is just so tacky. I do not like when that happens. I don't like when people tell me how to spend my money, or when people make comments on my spending habits. I don't like when I make comments on other people's spending habits. It's just like I've had a lot of themes like that in my life where people kind of make these assumptions about my financial situation and how I spend my money. And it really irritates me, because it's just like, I'm sorry, but it's just, as far as I can see, I am okay, and I really don't if I get into a problem, it's none of your business, you know? And so like that just really irritated me, and I was looking at her and I was like, I'm about to yell at him. Okay, that is so rude, and I just don't tolerate that. And I remember I the first time I met him was at this birthday party. It was her little sibling's birthday party, and he was building her Lego set, and she was all like telling him to stop because, you know, she wanted to build that Lego set. It was her Lego set, and he just kept going. And I'm like, oh my god, what? That is so rude. Why would you do that? You know? And she was like, take it apart after when you're done. And I'm like, girl, that is not the same thing. If I was building a Lego set, I don't care if you build it and then take it apart. I wanted to be the one to open the package and unfold the instruction manual, because I'm the one that spent the cash on it. So I want to have that experience. If you want your own, if you want to build Legos so bad, go buy your own, you know? And it's just like, it's not like she told him to do it. He just randomly started doing it, you know? I don't know. That really irritated me. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, another one of her friends tagged along. He's part of the same friend group. He came along with me and my friend, you know, I almost said her name, that would have been so bad. But instead of going to the other thing, and I feel like that kind of says a lot, because I just don't like the way that he treats him either. He's pretty passive, but he's such a good person, and I can tell that he's very like, I don't know, he's just like a very likable person, and he's very easy to get along with, I feel. And which is really nice, because I feel like I'm very standoffish with men, and I'm like really rude to men. I'm trying to work on that, you guys. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'll get into that in a second as well. But yeah, he's just like a really nice person, and I really like his vibes. I really like how tidy he is. I find him to be a very organized person, and I don't know. And yeah, he's just like a good person. So I really do wish the best for him, and I hope that this friend that I'm ranting to you guys about treats him well, because it's just, never have I been in a group setting with these people and this person is treating these people with utmost kindness and respect, you know? And once again, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying I don't like him. I just don't like the way he treats these people, and I don't like the way that he can come off sometimes. But I can tell that he's also just like, I don't know what it is, but I can tell that there's something deeper related to it, and I can tell excuse me, that he really hangs on to things. I think he's a, actually I don't remember his sign. I think he's a Pisces. It was either Pisces or Taurus. Regardless of the case here, it's just I don't like the way that he kind of controls his friends and how he kind of expects them to serve him or kind of, always, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I were to, because it's not my place, because he's not my friend, but I do tell my friend all the time, I'm like, you need to do what you want to do, not what he wants you to do. If you want to go hang out with him instead of me, I don't care. Go do that. But it should be because you want to do that, not because he's making you do that, you know? Because it's just like, I don't like restricting my friends. I think my friends are amazing people, and I want the whole world to see what kind of amazing people they are. So it's just like, of course, I want them to have friends, and I want other people to notice them because they're beautiful souls, and I want more people to, have the privilege of, having a slice of their energy, you know? And I don't know, I love my friends a lot, and I don't like seeing them be treated like that, and it really hurts me, especially because I have once been that person that was being mistreated by my friends, and I was being, thrown around, and it just like that really irritates me because I don't want that for her, because she's already under so much stress. She has so much to do in her life, and she's younger than me, and I'm like, girl, I be looking at her life, and I'm like, ain't no way, you have like 3 jobs, I don't know, and 2 of them don't even pay you, not like illegally, but it's just kind of like, she has like responsibilities and stuff with the house and stuff, and it just seems like a job, but ugh, and I don't know. I think there was an I think that was most of the incidents, but that friend group is very unwelcoming, I feel, but it's just mostly because of him. Because I find out when I spend time individually with the people there, they're very welcoming. But there's another person in the group, and I think that's his like girlfriend or something. And she's very shy. She's very, like, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on her. She's really sweet too. She's really pretty. I love her vibes. They're all very attractive people, like, but like it's just like I can tell that she's very shy and she's very bashful, and I can tell that she just kind of like I don't like the way how he seems to be controlling, but at the same time, when because it's just like if I was being controlling of my friends, I would offer them the utmost warmth and utmost, because it's like I'm forcing them to be with me, so I would give them all that they would need, because it's like you're forcing them to be there, and they have needs, I don't know if that makes sense, but basically it's just I don't like the way how whatever. Whatever. But yeah, I remember when I first met them, I was like, ooh, I really don't get the feeling that they want to be around me. I kind of want to leave. But I remember I was so mean to them when I first met them, because I'm just like, friend group is predominantly men, and we all know how I was just saying, this will be a cute thumbnail. Okay, so I don't know. I did want to mention to you guys, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at interacting with men. I feel like I used to. I'm not saying that I'm like besties of men now, but I do feel like I've gotten better at being nicer to them and not, changing how I flirt with them. And not like in a flirt with them because I'm trying to get married kind of way, but like, I feel like I flirt with everyone. I feel like I flirt with even my girlfriends, female friends, whatever you want to call it. But I just feel like I'm a very flirtatious person. And so like I feel like the way I flirt with men is just like being a bully to them, but I feel like that's just like not very ideal, and I wanted to change that, especially if I do want to get into a relationship. But and it's very emotionally liberating because I do feel as if though I'm getting better at connecting with people, especially men. And I feel like as I do that, I get more comfortable with that part of myself, But just generally speaking, I'm really appreciative of that. And yeah, I feel like I really have to these people to thank, because I feel like they really made me feel more comfortable enough to be around them, because I feel like a lot of my life, every time I've interacted with men, it's always gotten romanticized, especially by my brothers. And they just like, they always made me feel weird about being around guys or being besties of guys. In elementary school, I was literally just best friends of guys. And then like, they would always be like, is that your boyfriend or something? And I'm like, I'm like 7, you know, like this is just my friend. But yeah, and yeah, I just feel like as I do it, I kind of heal my inner child, and I kind of break away from these narratives that were kind of imposed upon me when I was so much more impressionable. But yeah, there's that. There's another thing I wanted to say, but I completely forgot. Ooh, also, my friend, she was talking to this one dude, and tell me why he. Actually, I don't even know if I have the energy to bring it up. I'm like tired now. Actually, no, I'm gonna tell you because I brought it up. How are you gonna not tell him? So basically, we brought him along to Halloween Horror Nights, and he was so painfully not a vibe. And then he ended up talking smack about us, talking shit about all of us in his Discord after he left, after a series of very rude things that he did to us. So yeah, so very glad that he's no longer part of the picture. I don't know, that's just another thing I'm gonna throw out. Also, I have this weird bruise on my thigh. I don't know where it came from. And it's just like, there's like a lot of discoloration. It's like very green. Oh, hold on, let me see if I can show you. Like, do you see it? It's like right here. Oh my god, you can kind of see it. Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but it was just like, I didn't even notice it until I was just sitting earlier, and I was like, what is that? Anyways, but yeah, also I got this necklace, and of course it's from HRH. I got it because I like the prayer charm, and I thought it was just very cute. Because as you guys know, I feel like I've been praying regularly, and I wanted something to hold while I pray. I didn't really want like a rosary or anything, or a cross, because I feel like the prayer kind of look is very much ambiguous, because you could be praying to anything, you know? Excuse me. You could be praying to the universe, you could be praying to God, you could be praying to Jesus, you could be praying to whatever else, you know, religions there are. But like truthfully, I don't really like the idea to conforming to one religion or one God or one, you know, almighty being. I feel like all of them, regardless of whichever one exists or whichever one, you know, is just kind of like, it doesn't matter. It's just, I feel like they are all there to bring structure and goodness into our lives. So it's just like, I talk to any of them, you know, whichever one wants to speak with me, hey. But yeah, I really like this. I feel like this necklace was kind of what caused me to snowball into this whole thing about prayer and what I believe in and how I approach these things. And I don't really, once again, I don't really consider myself a overly religious person by any means, but I do feel like prayer has really changed my life and made me feel, mm, I don't know. I don't want to say change my life in the sense that like it was like a dramatic awakening and you know like my whole life was completely different, but more so in a way that I do feel like it's allowed me to vent and it's brought another layer of expression to me, and it's made me more conscious of what I'm grateful for, and you know just made me happier because you know feeling listened to is just like the best feeling, feeling understood. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today. I feel like there's a lot of things that I missed out on talking to you guys about. So if I remember them in the middle of the week, I'll probably talk to you guys in the middle of the week, because why not? But if not, you know, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that, oh no, my intentions for this video was to kind of just like set this intention of like I do want to, again, like, you know, I do want to meet someone, I do want to continue forward, I do want to continue to bring nice things into my life. By the way, my witch obsession has been growing like these past few days, and I just want to say thank you guys for that. I don't know if any of you are here from, I know most of you guys are here from there, but like just thank you for that. Thank you for the orders, thank you for speaking with me, thank you for supporting me. Aside from all of that, I think that I don't know. My intention is to want a connection, a romantic one, and also to just keep it up. I don't know, that's all I have to say. Okay. I don't want to let you guys go because I feel like there's something more that I have to say, and I don't want to like stop filming and then be all, oh my gosh, I wanted to tell them that, and then I have to. Ugh. I'm so irritated right now because I was all over it. I was, man, I can't wait to talk to them. I know there's so many things I want to tell them about, and now I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know what to say. But my friend texted me, so I guess I'll use that as leverage to, oh my god, now I know what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, guys. So basically, I was mentioning earlier, oh my gosh, I almost forgot you. So basically, you know, I was all like, the irony in this era of my life. I've been looking back on this era of my life as in the sense of November, October, December of last year. And I just think it's crazy how right now I feel so bored and I feel so emotionally, you know, like left out, to where I'm looking back on that time of my life and I look at it with fondness. If that doesn't say that I have healed and that I am truly moving forward to where I have forgotten all of the pains that I experienced last year around this time, so much so to a fact that I'm so conscious of the fact that I know I'm not going to relapse, and I know that things are different now and that life has truly gotten better since this time last year. That is, I love that. I love that for me. I was just thinking about it. Every time I pray, I'm like, thank you so much that life is literally better and that I'm able to buy the things that I want to buy. I have good friends. My YouTube channel is really out here popping off low key. I have several ways to express myself. I feel better about myself. My skin's clearer. I'm just a happier person this year. And whether or not I see it, all of the pains that I'm experiencing this year are a result of the fact that I'm coming into a new version of life. And these pains are actually just the letting go of things that have been, you know, like stuck with me for such a long time. Because change hurts. Oh my gosh, you guys, not to get all up in my feelings, but it's just one of those things where I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that life isn't the way that it was about 2 years ago. I can't believe it. I can't believe how much life has gotten better for me. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like, oh my gosh, life has gotten better. Literally, I hated my life last year. Oh my gosh. I was miserable. I hated everything. I didn't want to be alive. Ugh, I was I didn't have like I was working a job I hated. I was with someone that I didn't really like because I was scared. I didn't have as I my financial situation was garbage. My relationships were terrible. I didn't have a good relationship with my parents at the time. I was so miserable and I was being exploited, and I hated everything, but now I love everything. Almost everything. But you know, I don't know, you guys. I'm grateful and I'm so happy that I'm here with you, because truthfully, it really does feel like you guys have done so much for me. And I feel like ever since I started complaining to you guys, my life has just gotten so much better. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. See you next time.